You have received an email.
Look who sent us an email. And he's attached a video file to it as well.
Did you ask him to send you a bit?
No. Did you?
No.
It's a wee bit presumptuous, isn't it? Oh, I'll put it in the episode anyway. I mean, brilliant. Excellent.
Hi, I'm Dominic Diamond. I'm out in Toronto these days, but I'm still wearing cardigans. I just want to say that I am personally delighted that Ryan McLeod is still fucking around with video games. This is ChuckieDregs.
And welcome to a very special episode of ChuckieDregs.
This episode is entirely dedicated to our new friend, Leo Davidson.
Hi Leo.
Leo's from London.
And here is a picture of Leo.
That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong picture. That's the wrong picture. Here is a picture of Leo. No, he's so cute.
Oh, so Leo has chosen all the reviews in today's episode.
Such a clever boy. He's such a clever boy, Leo. You must be named after Leo from the Matrix films. That's who his dad will have named him after, Leo from the Matrix films. If you're not Leo Davidson, please switch off this episode now because it's none of your fucking business. Okay, let's get the show started with a review. This was Leo's idea. Brilliant. I love it. I love it, mate. It's a great idea.
No.
Alright, well I don't like horror games. I've never reviewed a horror game because I don't like them. I don't enjoy playing them. But with the best will in the world, you've asked me to play a Dead Space game. So I went back and I've got Dead Space 2 and I thought I'll give that a go. And then this happened right at the start. Oh no! Necromorph! A morph! His morph getting out his coffin. That was a joke. That's how Dead Space 2 starts. It's not very nice. This is how Dead Space 3 starts though. He's main character's getting dumped. Oh, that's sad, isn't it? It's not very scary though. What else?
Residents of apartment 16. Your rent is past due.
Oh no! No! Oh, the monsters! Oh, his rent's due! Oh, I'm telling you, mate, there's some sick minds involved with the video game industry. Oh, he's been dumped and his rent's due. Oh, in space. Oh, load of pish. No, before I get started, you're looking at it with your eyes and I know what you're thinking. Let's tread over the same ground as we always tread over. The production values are very, 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 very good in this game. It's AAA EA game. It's spectacular. It's tense, and it's tense as well. Fuse box tense. Whew. Whew. Production values are very, very good. Sound, lighting, it's a stunner. It's not the game I was expecting, to be honest, because as I said, I went back to bone up on the Dead Space 2, had it on for 20 minutes, turned it off and went, that's not happening, that game and me is just not compatible, which makes me, it just reminds me, because it's been so long since I played, I can appreciate a horror game, right? Action, fucking rolling, action, brilliant, AAA, mate. It looks good, it sounds good, it's pish, really, isn't it? It's just cheap pish. We know that. Most people don't know that, but we know that looking at that. That's a load of pish, that, but what was I saying? Horror games. I can appreciate a good horror game. Silent Hill games, Eternal Darkness, fucking astonishing, brilliant. Aye, really, really clever people involved with games like that. But as an experience. I don't want to have them. I do not want. I don't understand, like, because you're saying to me the Dead Space games have good stories, which it automatically makes me think it's tense. So it's tense, very tense. It's so tense that you could cut the air. It's so tense. Oh, Beezer. You're saying to me that Dead Space games have got a good story. That's what the man Leo's telling me, that Dead Space games have got a good story. So I'm extrapolating from that the games must have good characters. Dead Space 3 doesn't have good characters. Dead Space 3 has a conveyor belt of two-dimensional nobodies that really are a complete insignificance to the story. So really, you're losing an awful lot of peril because you don't really give a fuck what happens to anybody. Even the main character makes decisions that I can't really get my head around, because right at the start of the game he doesn't want to get involved. Then he's volunteering to put himself forward for suicide missions and stuff, and I'm going, what? I don't get it. Dialogue's fucking diabolical, pathetic. It's like your arse is tightening up playing it. It's like how do grown-ups write such bad? Who are these people that get to write these games? Honestly, pathetic, mind-numbing. As if you're going to put an 18 on your books, treat us like grown-ups. Get some fucking proper writers in and do it properly. The characters and the writing, the stories and the dialogue are the only things that I dislike about it. There's these benches all throughout the game. You collect like resources and you can build, make items and upgrade weapons and like customise your weapons. I don't give a fuck. See, the thing about Dead Space that I understood was I understood it to have a unique combat system. That's what that cutter gun was all about. I already knew about that. You're supposed to cut off the limbs. That's all out the window in Dead Space 3 years as well, using a machine gun, because everything's just fucking rushing. It's just a shooter. It's just things running at you and fucking boom boom. It's the same old pish. It's a shame. I was expecting something different. It's just an action game. An average action game that looks really fucking good, obviously, and everybody's gonna fucking buy. But I was expecting a horror game. I was expecting to have an argument with you. I'll have an argument with you anyway. See, I think there's two ways of looking at it with horror games, because I don't enjoy the sensation of playing a horror game. I don't enjoy the stress and the tension of it. I don't find it pleasant. That's why I don't play them. But you and other people do. And for me, there can only be two reasons for that. The first reason can either be that you are getting less immersion for your experience playing computer games, in which case you lose and I win. Or in the second case, you're a psychopath. So, aye. No, I didn't like the Dead Space 3. I thought it was pish, mate. I wish you hadn't asked me to play it. Wish I hadn't played it, mate. It was shite.
Hey, Isaac!
Isaac? Carver, what's going on?
Isaac! Hey!
Not a problem, Isaac. Not a fucking problem.
A lot of people ask me, Owen, should I buy Demolition Girl for the PS2? I'm tired of being asked, so here, let's take a look at it. The story begins with Riho Futaba, who is having her wedding photos taken before the sun shines really bright, causing aliens to appear and the photos to be overexposed. Disaster. So your one gets stung by jellyfish from that outer space, making her thud and goom into a giant. No job for the local county council. Someone puts a phone call into the National Guard, which is where our game begins. In the hangar you can choose the colour of your bodywork, or equip machine guns, cake, or pince nez glasses. Only if you need them, obviously. And off we go. Let's see now. The mission requires getting measurements, trace beam pointed at particular zones. Now, if they turn this story about a giant bikinied supermodel into some kind of raunchy setup, I'll be livid. Research in order, breast, hips, buttocks, oh, and the face. Always remember to check the face as well. Breast data acquisition. Right there on the screen. Bold as brass. A constant reminder of your shame and leaves no chance of making it seem reasonable when your ma walks in and you playing it.
Someone get up there and scan those goddamn tits!
Riho is admirable. Despite her perilous situation, she manages to stay upbeat. She'll still have a dance if you stick some tunes on, or eat a cake if offered. Her level-headedness in the face of hardship makes her a candidate for one of the strongest female characters in video gaming and perhaps any other medium. And to the critics I say this: Riho can kick over a hospital with ease. If that's not strong, I don't know what is. Here's a bit like Afterburner. Ah, but is it better than Afterburner? Sure. I give Demolition Girl 9 out of 10 because if you're playing it in the sitting room during a family get-together, it will undoubtedly become a talking point during the evening.
Thanks for seeing me at such short notice.
Can I just ask first of all, why are we filming this?
Well, the points that we're going to be discussing in this meeting I think might become a legal matter, so I just want to have a document of everything that we discuss.
So this isn't going in the episode?
No, that's none of this will be getting used in the episode.
Okay, no problem, okay. Why did you film a introduction with music on it?
Because I like music.
Trevor in research says that you have a problem with this particular episode.
Yeah, I do. I've been going through this guy, Leo Davidson, if that's his name, the information that he's provided, and there's a couple of shocking discoveries that I've made. First of all, in the intro to the show we said that Leo was a young man.
What, is he a girl?
He's not even a girl, he's a man.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Why would a fully grown man want to watch ChuckieDregs?
I don't know why would a fully grown man watch ChuckieDregs. I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. In his own words, right, his parents are both English, but he was born in America, which is in New York. I knew that. I knew it was in New York. I knew New York was in America. In the late 70s.
In the 70s? That would make him...
He's in his 50s, sitting watching a computer game show, and a 50-year-old man.
That's perverted.
It's disgusting. It's just the lies. It's the lies that you uncover when you look a bit deeper. One of the other sticking points is, wait till you hear this. We asked Leo Davidson what his top 5 favourite games were, and he's picked Zelda Link's Awakening because it was the first Zelda he played. Fair enough, he's got an emotional attachment to it, that's absolutely fine, you can pick that. Resident Evil 4, loads of people would pick Resident Evil 4, I'd pick it. Would I? Maybe. Loads of people would pick it. Ico, I'd pick Ico. I'd have Ico in my top 5 games of all time. It's absolutely a thing of beauty, is what it is. Third game he's picked is Quake. That wouldn't be one of my choices. If you look a bit further into his past and stuff, you know what I mean? If you just scratch the surface a bit now, he's talking about how he was studying in Oxford. Somebody watching ChuckieDregs going to Oxford. Doesn't make any sense. What does make sense? See, this is where you don't know where the lies, the truth, start and end. What does make sense is when he was talking about being at Oxford, that he didn't do any studying. He just sat and played Quake all day. That does make sense. And he made friends through Quake, and he actually got a job through playing Quake. So fair enough, you can pick that as one of your favourite games if you're so attached to it. The fifth game that he's picked is Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's no fine. That is not fine.
It's his opinion, it's his choice.
It's not his choice. It is not his choice.
Personal preference.
It is not his preference. It's not his preference. One of his top 5 favourite games of all time, Grand Theft Auto 4. It's not fine. It is not fine. This is why I'm here. I'm not making an episode of my favourite video games show, ChuckieDregs, for somebody who picks that Rockstar enough shite. Legally speaking, I am out of this episode. I am out. You find somebody else to cover this guy's pish. I am out, okay? I'll see you back in the office. I'm sorry if I seem upset, okay? But I'm out. I am out.
Just a touch of rain and go. All I have is my love, and love is not loving.
Cats are brilliant. I love cats, they're fantastic. This cat here, this is Leo Davidson's cat, everybody. And that one with the cock. So I thought I would review a game for cats. Well, I mean, that would be ridiculous, me reviewing it, because I'm a human. But this here, this is my cat. This, everybody, is the latest member of the ChuckieDregs team. This is a Groucho Custance, Groucho the cat. She will be given the task of actually playing the game for you, and we will show you what happens when she plays it. So basically, this is the main reason that I wanted to get an iPad in the first place. I saw other people posting videos of their cats who were playing this particular game, and their cats were just going mental for it, or just like hammering the screen trying to catch the little mouse there, because that's the object of the game. And you can also, if you're particularly cruel, try and control the little blobby bits that move around with your iPhone through Bluetooth. The makers of the game as well claim that they have done extensive research into the way that the butterfly and the mouse and everything moves, so that it engages the cat. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so let's see what happens. Groucho, could you not eat my iPad? Okay, right, so you need to catch the mouse. Groucho. Groucho. Come on, look at the screen, Groucho. Look, see? And then you get points. Catch the mouse. Look, see? Groucho, come on, look. No, don't play. No, can you get back to reviewing the game, please? Groucho. Oh, God. So, yeah, I think I'll, yeah, alright, okay, leave it there. Alright. It's 200 quid for that iPad.
You have received an email.
Fuck, you sent another one?
Hi, I'm Dominic Diamond, and back in 1991 I started work on a video games TV show that we were calling ChuckieDregs. At the last minute though, we changed it to Games Master because we realised the name ChuckieDregs was Boz.
Fuck's that all about?
I used to fancy Dominic Diamond.
You fucking what? This hasn't gone in the episode, fucking forget it.
Ryan, hey, it's Owen. I do the Mecha Gamezilla bits. Listen, I got that Dark Souls game, and I wanted to say thanks. Thanks. I've lost everything. My girlfriend, my job, my mind. I've lost everything. I'm hollow.
I'll review any game that I want to review. That's what I'll do. Hello. Hello and welcome to the Dark Souls review. I don't know whether it's, but what the fuck? There's two of them? What the fuck? This is the first boss fight that you'll find in the Dark Souls DLC. And if you're playing this on NG+, this is one of the points where I switched the game off. Know this, with the two of them. The first time I faced that boss, when there was only one of them, I switched it off and I said, that's enough. Get this off. I'm never playing it ever again. It's the first time I've ever done that. I went, I'm not doing this anymore. And then you get to the second boss fight in the Dark Souls DLC, and you do the same thing. That Artorias fight's fucking unbelievable, relentless. But the difference between... Up your arse, you cunt. The difference between the Artorias fight and the first Sanctuary Guardian fight is that I couldn't... So I don't know whether it's by a glitch or it's by design, but I couldn't summon any help in the Sanctuary Guardian thing, so... Being the shite, that's not even a boss, that big bastard. Bear in mind that I'm playing DLC on New Game Plus, and the damage that these guys do on New Game Plus is phenomenal, mind-boggling. As it stands right now, I'm finished with Dark Souls. Not because I'm pissed off with it, but I've played the first playthrough. See the skills there. Played the first playthrough, played it through an NG Plus, played the DLC. And I don't think until you play the DLC that you have a sense of completion with it. But having said that, you still don't have a sense of completion because you can just keep playing. It will just keep sticking you back to the start of the game, and it niggles with you because I put this game down having put 180 hours into it, and I feel as if I still don't really know a huge amount. I feel as if there's still depths that I never got to. Horrible these things into the horrible. Here's a cutscene. I'm going to cut it off before it gets to the bit that will be a spoiler for you. I love that big guy. It was one of my favourite NPCs in the whole game. I'm glad I played the DLC just so I could meet this guy. He's a lovely big chap, so he is. Seemingly endless depths, as I was saying. It's just one of its tricks, Dark Souls, because it does, as I've said before in ChuckieDregs, it's a game that doesn't tell you things, but it doesn't just not tell you how the game works. It doesn't tell you. There's so much you don't understand about the world. It's like you get to the end of the game, and you've got a choice of two endings at the end of the main game, and you don't really you can have arguments with other people about which one's the good ending because it's so ambiguous, and that's what's beautiful about it. That's why it's a work of art. Because it's so ambiguous. Because you talk about games that mean something to you, that you have an attachment to, that have affected your life in some way. And of course Dark Souls is going to spring to mind to me because there's no way that I'd be back reviewing games if it wasn't for Dark Souls, because it blew me away. It still blows me away to think about it, how big and deep and how grown up it is, and how everything about it just is perfect. Oh, you can play PvP in the DLC, by the way, but nobody ever turns up. I've only ever had a handful of matches, and I was fucked in them. Totally gubbed. You can fight a fucking dragon in it. A real dragon. It's not a real dragon. But look, it's fucking astonishing. Of all the games that I've put a significant amount of time into, because that is my gaming habit. I play a game for far fucking longer than anybody should. And Dark Souls is by far the finest of those games. 108 hours isn't much comparing it to the other types of games like that. It's by far the best is that what words don't do it justice. That's one of my 5 top games. Forget your Grand Theft Auto. That's one of my top 5s. It woke me up from my fucking slumber, picked me up, beat the shit out of me, and made me love games again. You need to play the DLC because, as I say, you get a certain sense of completion from doing it. And it's mere Dark Souls. Fucking play Dark Souls. It's perfection. Dark Souls, death, swords, death. It's perfect. Did she just give me her mushroom there? That's fucking disgusting.
Mate, come here and see this. What do you mean, what is it? It's Animal Crossing, look at it. I know it says 2001, that's because it's a GameCube game. It's good. You've never really played this, have you? Going to stop asking what is it? It's a living in a forest in a wee village with animals. That's what it is. It's a real-time sim. Real-time, well, when I say real-time, what I mean is every day you play it at the time that you play it. I don't know what I mean by that. What I mean by that is, if I start the game just now, which is like 4 in the afternoon, it's not 4 in the afternoon, it's 2:30 in the morning. At 4 in the afternoon, then in the game it's 4 in the afternoon, and the shop's open between certain times, shut at certain times, and you'll see people go to their beds, and it all happens in real time. So if you don't go during the day, then you'll miss out. So you need to go every day. Good. So it's all about visiting people and seeing what happens in each day. See, and the seasons change. See, real time. This is the Cherry Blossom Festival in Japan, because it's a Japanese game. See how that works? And you can go and see people, and they'll do things, and you talk to them, and you can give them presents, and they'll decorate their houses, and they'll give you presents, and you can decorate your house. So you start off in the game with a really wee house, really tiny wee house, and a big mortgage. And when you pay off the mortgage to a guy called Tom Nook, his shop gets bigger because you pay him money, and your house gets bigger because you paid off your mortgage, and you can build an extension. Yeah, I'm going to catch this fish. Oh, yeah, bastard. Right, I'm going to catch this fish. Shh, shh. Oh, yeah, beezer. Red snapper. Oh, yeah, bass. Yeah, bass. See what I did there? Oh. Right, and you can collect fossils as well. Dig up a wee fossil and send them to the museum. They get it appraised, and you can take it to the museum, and you can have an exhibition. Is that an exhibition in the museum? Now here we go. And you can give the museum different things that you can find. You can find bugs, insects, you can find paintings, you can find dinosaurs and various other fossils, and you can find live fish. You can give them to the museum. Yeah, I know museums don't generally have live fish. Look, it's a game, it's no real life, is it? Anyway, Glasgow Museum's got bees in it, so stick that up you. Anyway, so I'll show you some of the things that I've collected in my wee village. I've not got very many things here. Right. I've got a couple of paintings. There's that Van Gogh. Not a big fan of that painting. And the crossing of the Delaware is that classic painting they call it in this. So let's just call it classic painting, okay? Right, and there's loads more I can collect. If I show choose, and here's some insects. What have I collected? Well, I've collected a woodlouse. I know it says pillbug, that's American. Why? I know it's a Japanese game, but look, that's American. So there's loads and loads you can do. You can collect the fish. Here's fish, river fish, sea fish, all that business. There's loads you can collect. You can design costumes. You can meet specific people who come at certain times and you don't see them very often. You can decorate your house. You can collect fruit, plant your trees, plant flowers. It's got loads and loads. You can visit other people's, real people's villages. It's just really good. And you're in the village, you'll get attached to the villagers, and they'll talk to you. And in my game, I had a guy called Camel Frog. Oh, I loved Camel Frog. Anyway, look, see, I can design a t-shirt. I'll design a t-shirt. Right. I'll go for the old classic. The C and B. Hang on, this controls. There we go. Right. I'm going to get a bit stuck in a minute here because I need white, and it's going to be a white one. I could do a dark background or something. Nah, just the yellow. Shh. Right, a bit of purple. Need purple for the top. There we go. Right, that yellow, like I said. Anyway, Camel Frog. Oh, I loved them. That was on the DS version. Me and my wife used to play that every day. We sit in Borders, drinking coffee. Great days. There we go. Classic design. Right, and I can save that, and then I can wander about with that in my t-shirt. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And there's my house. And it's got gyroids that make music, and I can go and see KK Slide, and he'll give me new music. Beautiful. Just beautiful. You should play this if you haven't already. I love this game. Just love it. Listen.
If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you.
Have you changed your mind yet? Do it for Leo.
This is a game called Sword and Sorcery EP. It's an indie game from Super Brothers, and you can play it on a touch device. I'm playing it on iPad. You can also play it on PC. Just by looking at it, you can tell it's got a very unique style of its own. And even from the title, Sword and Sorcery Extended Play, you can tell that music plays a big part in the game. It's composed by a guy called Jim Guthrie. There are many things about Sword and Sorcery that are unique. Right off the bat, what I could say is that its strengths are that it's an incredibly immersive game, because it'll instruct you while you're playing it, and you do well to pay attention to the way it instructs you. It tells you to wear headphones, it tells you when to take a break, and the best way to play it is to do as you're told. It's a strength that indie games have anyway, that they can communicate far simpler with the person that's playing it. They can speak to you. It's a strength that they have over AAA games, is that you feel as if there's much more of a voice in it, as if it's much more personal, and the people that made it are much closer to you while you're playing it. Something you don't get from AAA games, because there are so many layers of development that little touches like that get lost. Even by my standards, I'm not articulating particularly well. Let's just talk about the fucking game. You turn the touchscreen pad, if you're playing on a touchpad, vertical. If you're in fights, most of the time it'll be horizontal when you're doing the puzzles. I had some trepidation about doing a review and a point and click, because it can be quite labour intensive and frustrating, but the puzzles in Sword and Sorcery aren't really designed as puzzles. They're not particularly difficult. The creators are more interested in you having the full experience of it. This is a puzzle, and again you'll notice that the audio side of Sword and Sorcery is very important. In fact, no, let's go back, in fact, to how unarticulate I was being there at the start, because it had me thinking. It just reminded me of something when I started playing Sword and Sorcery. Even within like 20 minutes, you realise that you're in quite a as I say, unique experience. So straight away I'm away to look at the Sword and Sorcery website, and I encourage you to go and do that as well. Have a look at the website and have a look at their trailers and stuff like that, and notice how creative these people are, and how they've managed to build this style and get get artists involved, and just go and have a look at the trailer. After you listen to this rambling pish, go and have a look at the trailers, and you'll instantly think what I think. I think we might be onto a winner with this game here. And in my heart, inside my chest, when I realised that this was probably a good game, I started to get a wee bit excited, because I was thinking, oh, I'll get to do a review about a really good game, and that will somehow mean that I'm associated with that game, because I can then say to you, this is a good game, and I'll get some of the credit for that. You'll thank me for talking about these people's game. It's got nothing to do with me. All I've done is play it. All I did was pay $1.99 on iTunes, and they gave me the game and I played it. It's got fuck all to do with me. Why am I even reviewing games? Who am I? Why are you listening to me?
fuck all. I'm perfectly sure that wasn't the intention of the game makers to get that kind of reaction out of the player, but that is the way I reacted. It's a game of such good intention, executed with such emotion and skill. And here's a moment from the game. Like I said, there's so many of these moments, but here's a moment where you run into the Jim Guthrie, the composer of the music in the game, and he asks you to take a seat while he plays you some music, and that scene goes on for 4 minutes, and I was tempted to show you the entire scene, but obviously it would ruin it for you, and you wouldn't be able to own that experience the same way you would as when you play it, as you undoubtedly should play it, because it's a pure, as I've said, it's a game of such good, pure intentions. It's a story that has a lot of sadness and foreboding in it, and but it's really well balanced with warm humour and beautiful, unique moments, more moments than you would expect possible. It's delivered with such warmth. I mean, but by the end, you wouldn't expect it was possible that by the end of the game that you would have a big smile on your face, and all the blood will have rushed to your head, and your eyes will be filling up with tears. It doesn't seem possible, but it happens. So, absolutely, without question, I recommend that you play this. It's a quiet, peaceful, immersive triumph of a game. Delivered with such warmth and humour and so many unique moments. You wouldn't think it was possible how many there are in it. It doesn't matter how many times I say it, I can't get it right. It doesn't matter how many chances I get to say it, I can't get it right, but they get it right. They get it right. They get it right.
Everybody's raised in blindness. Everybody knows it's true. Everybody feels that every day is real. Anybody's point of view, nobody can break their bondage. Everyone can feel their chains. But even in my night, I knew you found your sign, and nothing would be quite the same. Please help me.
You have received an email.
Hi, Dominic Diamond here. Now hugely successful in Canada. Very important that. Anyway, you remember Ryan McLeod? He did that video game show Video Guiding with the lad that went on to become really famous in Burniston. Well, now he's doing another video games thing, except this time he's doing it with one of those trendy girl geek pretty girls instead. It's called ChuckieDregs, and this be it!